Oh, my incredible viewers, how are you? I hope you are fine. You are in pink of your health. So, today, let's start with a topic which is going to help you a lot in your exams, of course, and of course, in your communication skills, in your speaking skills. Okay, you will be able to describe the picture. Okay, so let's jump into it. So, first of all, we need to keep in mind some points. Okay, how to describe a picture. Here in this video, I'm not going to make you understand anything, but I'll discuss some points on the basis of which you can describe a picture, right? So the first point is give a summary of what you see. Okay, so whatever the picture you see, so you just make a summary. So what else is there in the picture? What is the position of the objects? What the picture wants to convey? What is the context of the picture? What is there in the picture and what is not there in the picture? Okay, so overall summary you can make, right? After that, talk about what things are there in the pictures. Means, so how many objects are there in the picture, right? Just check it out. Then talk about where things are in the picture. Means you need to describe the position where exactly are the pictures or where exactly are the objects. Add details. So now you can add more and more details to one particular object. Okay, we will discuss it with details. Okay, here I'm just going to describe some points, going to tell you some points so that you can keep in mind these points and describe the picture. Speculate about the picture wants to convey. Means by looking at the picture you can guess. Speculate means guess that what it wants to convey. Okay, then speculate about the context of the picture. Means in which context the picture is depicting uh, the views, or in which context it is given and what it wants to convey, right? Then we have speculate about things which are not in the picture. Means we have to guess about the things which are not there in the pictures. How to do that, we'll be doing in a short while. Talk about foreground. Foreground means what is there in front, and talk about the background, what is there in the background. Okay, so these are all the points which you need to keep in mind while describing a picture, right? So let's do it with example. But before doing that, there are some useful phrases to describe the position of the objects. Okay, so in the top left, at the top, in the top right, on the left, in the middle, on the right, in the bottom left, at the bottom, in the bottom right. So these are the phrases which will help you to describe the position of the picture. So these are going to be very important, very useful for you. So let's take an example of this picture. So what do you see in the picture? So like I told you, you have to make a summary. So what do you see? Means there are umbrellas, there's a curtain in the foreground, in the background there's a wall, and with some objects placed on it, right? Umbrellas are hanging in the air. So this is just a brief summary of this picture. Now what else you can see? Now let's talk about the objects. What is there in the picture? So lots of umbrellas. Okay, lots of umbrellas could be seen in the picture. But before that, in the foreground, this is the foreground, and this wall is the background, this is the foreground. In the foreground we can see a lantern. Now how to describe this particular object? Again, it is absolutely depend upon your imagination power, skills, that you can describe this object, you can describe this picture. For example, okay, uh, there is a beautiful lantern in the foreground of the picture, and it really reminds me of the royal court of the 16th century. and with a spike on it, and it shows that there is something royal or something um, exciting is going to happen, right? And the way it is built is really in an artistic way, in an artistic manner it has been built, right? So these are some of the details you can add to this picture. Or it is made of a fine glass, okay, with so many angles, right? So this is how you can describe this object. Now again, let's talk about umbrella. So they are really, artistically crafted umbrellas of different colors, like a rainbow in the sky, right? So different colors of umbrellas. Okay, you can talk about a particular umbrella, how is it crafted, right? Now, so this is something which we can see in the picture. Now let's talk about what we can't see in the picture, what it shows, what the picture shows. So it shows a different colors of umbrellas, okay. So we know that, different colors, the colorful things, they bring to our mind a kind of, happiness, prosperity, right? A celebration, isn't it? So it is a symbol of celebration, means the colorful umbrellas, means maybe people are preparing for some function, some festivals is there is around the corner, right? So we can speak like that. And again, it is absolutely depends upon your imagination, how you describe it. Means this is just an example, means it shows that there is some festival and people have, decorated the umbrellas, and the umbrellas are hanging in the air, right? So this is one imagination. Or what other imaginations could be? For example, if I say one person hanged one umbrella in the air, okay, and it just went away. And when other people saw that one umbrella is hanging in the air, they saw that it is some symbol, or maybe some ritual, maybe. So others people started copying that person, and they also they also hung the umbrellas in the air one by one. This could also be the imaginatory part. And there are so many imaginary things that you can think of. So just comment below what else you can think about it, which you can't see in the picture, right? So this is the thing, how we can describe the picture: what we see, what we don't see, what is in the background, what is in the foreground, okay, what are the objects, what is the position of the object, okay. So let's understand it. It's just an example, okay. Let's try to understand this picture, okay. Now the picture shows umbrellas hanging in the air. Of course, umbrellas are hanging in the air. In the foreground we can see a street light. So there is a street light in the foreground, like it resembles like a lantern. And the umbrellas fill the picture from left to right, means the picture is full of umbrellas. The umbrellas are of different colors, like we see, they are of different colors. Now you can talk about different colors also, means mostly bright colors like pink, yellow or green. So they are of these colors. They are hanging from wires. Of course they are hanging from wires. I can see at least 4 lines of umbrellas hanging down in this way, means 4 lines of umbrella. If you look at the picture carefully, you will see that there are 4 lines of umbrellas. It might also be a festival or tradition, means now we are guessing, we are speculating what we don't see in the picture. So it might also be a festival or traditions that people decorate the streets, okay, with colorful umbrellas like this. Means it could be any festival. I suppose the picture was taken in a city or a town. Okay, it might be taken in a city or a town, though I can't tell where exactly. So we can't exactly tell the place where the picture was taken. Okay, but it could be some town. Perhaps the photographer was a tourist. Okay, it is just your imaginary part. Okay, so you can think of your imaginations and you can put your imaginations into the description, right? It is really up to you. It is not a hard and fast rule. Okay, I'm just giving you an example. This is how you can describe a picture. Okay, you are your own master. Okay, it is just an example. And was just walking around the city when he saw this amazing and strange scene. Okay, so maybe a person was some tourist and he just saw this beautiful scene and you just clicked the picture because tourist was a skillful photographer. So the picture is really looking nice. Okay, so he was just fascinated with this scene, so he just clicked the picture. Like we see so many photographers who are fascinated with the vistas, scenery, they just clicked the pictures, right? So this is just an example. Look, okay, let's talk about another example. So what do you see in the picture? Let's talk about it. Just think about it, what all the things you can see. Okay, what are the objects, where are the people sitting, okay, what are they doing, what is in the background, what is in the foreground, right? You can speculate what is not there in the picture. Okay, how do they look like? Okay, why do they look like, what could be the reason behind it? Okay, so these are the questions. Okay, you can easily answer these questions. So we can start step by step. Let's start. Let's talk about the background. Okay, in the picture we can see, in the background of the picture we can see a beautiful scenery, a beautiful picture hanging on a wall. Okay, even if you want to add more detail, you can describe the object in that picture also, but it will be very extended, right? It is really up to you. Okay, you can tell the positions. Okay, picture into picture. Okay, there is another picture hanging on the in the top left corner. Okay, top, in the top left corner, this one, this picture is hanging. Like I told you before, means I told you some phrases with the help of which you can tell the position of the pictures, right? So again we can talk about this object also. In the top right there is some object, whatever you conceive it. I conceive it as a blackboard, whiteboard, I don't know what it looks like, but as per your understanding, you can describe it. Okay, now let's talk about this person. We can see a boy or a man sitting on a chair. He's just hanging his head down. Okay, hanging his down. He's just looking at the table, right? Now what else you can add to this picture? For example, he's looking at the table. He's looking gloomy. He's looking irritated. He has lost in his own thoughts. So there could be some reasons why he has lost in the thought. Okay, and let's talk about this girl, this lady. So uh, she is just looking at the handle of the table. Might be she is stirring some, coffee. Yes, we can see with her left hand she is stirring coffee, and she has also lost in some thoughts. Or we can say they both are annoying, they both are looking irritated, and they both are looking gloomy. They might have quarreled with each other, it could be possible, and they are not talking to each other. Okay, maybe they get angry with one another due to some reason. Okay, or what it could be, it could be some other reasons also, means they both are in a deep thought because of some other problem related to their relatives, isn't it? So many things could be there, you can speculate. Okay, so they both are lost in the thoughts. Maybe they have quarreled with one another, or maybe they are in some big problem and they are thinking about it, right? Why they are gloomy. So you can add your own details. Now let's talk about the objects in the middle. So in the middle on the table we can see cups, okay, dishes, okay, some snacks, okay, flower vase in the background, okay, in the foreground maybe milk, okay. So these are the objects, so we can see. So in this way you can speculate, you can guess about the objects which you can see and which you cannot see. So this is the situation, we cannot guess, but we can add to the details. So got my point? So this is how we can explain, we can describe about the picture. Now let's take a look how he describes the picture. In the picture there are two people sitting at a table, okay, we have already discussed. They are sitting at a table looking unhappy, they don't look happy because we have already discussed. There is a woman on the left and a man on the right, so we have told them the position. She is sitting on the left and he is sitting on the right. In the middle of the picture we can see some things on the table. So there are some things on the table, some objects on the table like cups, biscuits, milk and so on. The two people look sad or irritated. They both are sad and they aren't speaking to each other. Of course, they are lost in their own thoughts. They are both looking down at the table. They both are looking at the table. I suppose they had a fight and now they aren't talking to each other. It could be possible they have just fought with one another. They just had a fight and now they're not talking to each other. Or they might just be bored and not having anything to talk about. It could also possible, means they have got nothing to talk about, that's why they are lost in their own thoughts. It could be possible. Or it could be possible that they both are thinking something else, something common problem which they might face. I guess it's a stock photo, because otherwise why would the photographer in the kitchen with them? Means this is a photo which has been clicked by some random person, okay. So maybe it was clicked for some purpose. Maybe photographer has got something in his mind while clicking this picture. Or it could be possible that photographer has asked this couple to behave in this manner. There are so many things we can add, so many details we can add, isn't it? So in this way we can go about how to describe a picture. In the same way we can create a story out of the picture, right? So this is how I have given you many ideas. So whenever you come across any picture you can describe it, just for the sake of improving your communication skills. The more you practice, the more you will be convenient about this skill. So again let's just discuss one idiom. In two shakes of lamb's tail, it means very quickly. I'll be back in two shakes means I'll be back very quickly, very soon. Proverb: little stalks fall good oaks. What does it mean? If you divide a task into small parts, it becomes easier to do. Means you have a big goal. If you divide the goal into uh, small goals and you achieve small goals timely, okay, so you will end up achieving the big goal. Okay, that is why it is said, this is a proverb, little strokes fall good oaks. Means little strokes, they have this power that they can fall a giant oak tree, right? So thank you so much. I hope you liked this video. So share, like, and subscribe. And you can just in the comment box, just let me know what other details could be added. Let me check your imagination. Okay, thank you so much. Have a nice time.